Hi, I'm Howard from Bulkhead Interactive on Parallax Live, the best gaming channel on YouTube.
PC gamers who are lucky enough to have been around during the golden age of gaming will have many fond memories of classic online shooters such as Counter-Strike and Wolfenstein Enemy Territory. If you yearn for those days, or just weren't around to experience them, never fear, as Bulkhead Interactive are aiming to bring the style of that era bang up to date with Battalion 1944. We caught up with creative producer Howard Philpott to grab some exclusive details. And don't worry, he isn't that purple in real life.
How would you describe the project to someone who had absolutely no prior knowledge of it?
So, Battalion 1944 is a old school shooter in the World War II setting. So we're going for the original feel of like the old Call of Duty's, Medal of Honor, just remade for this generation with all the new matchmaking, all the new features that modern games have but necessarily didn't have the ability to have at the time. So we're bringing it up to date for the new generation. All that classic feel, like old Quake style movement, put into the game. Yeah, that's what Battalion's about. Coming to PC, Alpha's in May 2017, the end of May, and then betas after that, and then early access, and then we'll be going to console after when it's ready.
Okay, that's PS4 and
PS4 and Xbox One.
Any plans to Switch?
No plans just yet. We talk about it, but I don't think so for Switch.
You mentioned Quake there as a bunch of influence. There's loads of really fantastic old school shooters like Enemy Territory and so forth. What were your particular favourites from that era?
So everyone in the studio has different favourites. My personal one, I love CS. I'm a massive Counter-Strike player. I love CS 1.6. I put so many hours in. I basically don't have any GCSEs. I can make games. I don't have any GCSEs because I've played so much Counter-Strike.
You can't play GCSEs.
yeah, exactly. So I'm a massive Counter-Strike fan. We've played a lot of Call of Duty, Call of Duty 4, more like Pro Mod. Have you ever played that? Just because we prefer like the competitive classic games. So anything that had like a competitive angle we were into.
Which elements of the game are you personally most excited about?
Personally, I love the Kar 98. It's my favorite. I know it's a specific weapon in the game, but we've spent so much time refining it so far. So we actually took Call of Duty 2, the Kar 98 from Call of Duty 2, and we broke it down frame by frame. So we recorded it, put it into Adobe Premiere, looked at every frame so we get the animation exactly the same. And there's so many subtle things that they do that you wouldn't realise. So originally the Kar 98 would come from here and it would snap to there straight away. And that's what we had in the game. But it didn't feel exactly right. But now, when we've broken down the old games, the way they do things, it's just subtle animation where it pulls up the gun like that. It means you can pre-aim. It's all these subtle little details, down to the way that mouse movement will work, like the different, the way it moves slower when you move up and down, and like faster when you move left and right on the mouse. Small, subtle little things that you wouldn't think about that we've been able to put into the game. So it's been a year to get to this point. But we've finally got there and we've got the base game, and we're looking forward to Alpha now.
So it sounds like you're paying a lot of attention to authenticity in terms of representation of the era.
Yeah.
So would that be laid on top of the arcade style of the game, or would the game be quite realistic?
Exactly. So we are going for authentic World War II. We're not going for realism. There was a bit of confusion with that. Some people thought we were going for a super hardcore realistic game. It's not what the game's about. We're trying to be an arcade shooter, fast-paced. You can jump around the corner, strafe around the corner like in old Quake games, outplay your opponent, little tricks with the guns. It's authentic in its sounds and its visuals, but in terms of gameplay, we're going for fun first, right?
So obviously a multiplayer focused game. Is there going to be a single player element or a co-op element? So no single player or co-op, I'm afraid. It's purely multiplayer. We're going for the competitive angle, so you'll be able to play ranked matchmaking. So that's where we think a lot of the longevity in the game is going to come, where people are trying to better themselves as players and as a team. So one of the really cool things that we're doing that we haven't announced yet is that we're doing team-based matchmaking, and you're going to be able to create your own team page with your own team name and have all like these team stats. So you'll be able to see which map your team's good on, which map your team's bad on, and all this other stuff. And I don't think any other developers have done that yet. They do matchmaking stats, but not like team-based. So that's kind of cool. Something that's really big in the multiplayer space at the moment is eSports. Is that that something you've had in mind for development?
Yeah, I mean, we'd love to be an esports game, absolutely. You can't come out and say you're an esports game, though, because it's just made by the community. So, obviously, we'd love for it to happen. We've been talking to ESL, and they're super interested. Twitch, you know, all these partners are coming up to us and saying, we want to play this game, get it to us as quick as you can. And we're like, we are. We're getting there. So yeah, as soon as people can play it, we'll see how the game progresses. But it is in our sights, yeah.
Tell us one thing about Battalion 1944 that you've told absolutely nobody else.
Absolutely nobody else. Okay. For our core mode in the game, we're going for search and destroy. So we want to be kind of like CSGO competitive, plant the bomb. It's best for spectators and it's best for gamers. But we want to make it unique because we can't just copy CSGO. You know, people, there's no reason for them to come from CSGO to play our game if it's exactly the same. So one of the things that's unique about CSGO is its economy system. So round to round there's this narrative that plays throughout the game. And without that, you just get this just a stale game. So we need that kind of development throughout it. So one thing that we're looking at is we're looking at doing an economy system, and we're looking at bringing in Hearthstone in a way into CSGO. So a mismatch of those games together, where you have like this card system where each round to rounds you'll get a set of cards and you'll be able to drag that down for your team. Super early yet, so that's why I'm stumbling on my words a bit, because we're super in development on that, and that's not announced yet, but that is cool.
What was the game or the moment that's ignited your passion for gaming? Pretty small thing, but
originally on the PlayStation 1 I played like Crash Bandicoot. That was the first game I ever played.
You looking forward to the remaster of it?
Yeah, totally. I can't wait, man. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, when I really got into games was with the original Counter-Strike. I just loved playing Counter-Strike. I put so many hours into it. And then from that point I was in love with shooters, and I just went back and played Call of Duty 2. I missed some of the earlier games. I've gone back and played them, and we play every day at lunch in the office, which is kind of cool. We have like an hour lunch break and we play COD 4.
If you could only play one other game, not including any of your own, for the rest of your life, what would it be? Why?
It's difficult. I'm tempted to say Counter-Strike, but I've already put a lot of hours into it.
At least you know it has legs.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, I would have to go with Counter-Strike, yeah, definitely.
Okay, best of luck with your game, and thank you very much.
Awesome. Cheers, thank you very much.